Welcome my friends, Seven Gray here. Thank you for joining me for this YouTube episode where I'm going to talk about layouts for my Build 2.0. I don't know, I just like saying 2.0 because it makes me excited about all the cool ideas that I've come up with starting into this new build, sort of addressing things that I've seen over the last year in other builds, as well as things that maybe didn't work out as expected with my Build 1.0 that I've lived with over the last year. So as I've been in the step van, I've learned more and more about what really I want and need and helps me with my quality of life living in a van, and which things I originally thought that I wanted that I didn't end up needing, and those things that I thought weren't so necessary or important that I ended up deciding to include. So let me go through the new layout and talk about some of the features and why I've gone with the design that I have. Let's get to it. This is the Build 2.0 layout, starting with an empty step van here. These represent the wheel wells. Off to my left would be the driver's seat in this area just off the edge of the gray box drawing. And over here would be the steps to enter into the step van. So I design everything in Adobe Illustrator. This is my favorite program just because I'm a graphic designer. This is my background. This is where I'm strong. Eventually I'll learn how to use SketchUp, but for right now, this is what I'm using. So anyway, let me show you the Layout 2.0 build plan, and here we go. There it is. So you can see that there's a bunch of elements here. I'm going to start over here in this top left. I'm going to start over here in the top left corner, and this is right by the passenger side steps that enter into the step van. The green chair here is inspired by Giuseppe and his T-Bus. I hung out with Giuseppe for a good 4 or 5 weeks this last year, and just loved his passenger seat setup. It's a rotating captain's chair. I think this is a brilliant idea. It can rotate around to face the front so you can have a passenger sit there and enjoy the ride. Right now I have a jump seat in this area. I'm not sure if I'll keep that there or whether I'll put it somewhere in storage. Probably I'll end up not using it in the future and it'll just be replaced by this captain's chair. I think this is really a brilliant idea, and it really set up most of the rest of the design based on the location here. I wanted to rotate around into a social area. My sister came up with this idea next. Originally I was going to put a dinette set here with a bench on one side, a table and a bench on this area on the other side. But the problem was this bench was backed up to this chair when it would rotate. So my sister came up with the idea of using these 18-inch cubes that could be moved around this way for dining and sitting here. Or you could move a cube around this way against the wall when you would have like a tea event or social party, a couple people sitting in this bench at the table, a person he's sitting here with their back against the wall, person here their back against the wall, and a person in the passenger's chair, so that this gives you seating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people right in this social area, which makes it really nice. Also flexible, being able to move this around if I want to have a footrest for the chair. I think it's just a brilliant idea that my sister came up with here. So that's pretty cool. This bench here, the nice thing about this location is that, well, let me show you something that you guys all inspired me to do, and that is to add a Murphy bed. So the green area here represents a Murphy bed. In the original 1.0 design, I had maybe 8 or 9 people encouraging me to do a Murphy bed, and I've probably had 20 comments at least in the last couple of weeks, people encouraging me to do a Murphy bed in the Build 2.0. Having seen the Murphy bed in a couple of builds recently, I absolutely love the idea. This Murphy bed is inspired by Gabriel's step van build, which was really great. His is actually on the opposite side. I've decided to put it over here because I want to base everything on this captain's chair on the passenger side, and I want this bench here to form the headboard for the Murphy bed when it is down and in this mode. So when it's folded down, then you can have this will become the headboard at least most of the way across here, which I think will be a natural thing. I also am going to be putting in lights here, so you have reading lights when it is folded down, an overhead light that will be placed so that the Murphy bed can clear it as it goes down, and then a light over the table, a light over the area where the cubes are, and I think that's pretty nice. So anyway, the yellow represents either lighting or electric, and the orange that you see here and over here and here are going to be 110 volt outlets. So moving on towards the back with the bed now moved up, there will be a cushion seat bench area here, very similar to what Gabriel has in his step van build. I'll link his video above. I did a tour of his step van at the RTR event. Also inspired by Gabriel's van build is a set of floor-to-ceiling shelves back here in the back corner of the step van, and that will be my primary area for all my garage storage. Gabriel also has full access to his back doors. I've decided to do the same here with the back doors, and have these doors here, these orange doors here, will actually close to cover off the shelves, just like Gabriel's build. And off on this side, instead of having floor-to-ceiling shelves like Gabriel has, I'm going to have a dedicated toilet room. So there'll be a toilet in here, composting toilet, and then it will be just big enough to hold the toilet in here, and your knees will go out into this area, and legs, which will have privacy provided by these doors. So when you open up the door of the toilet room, it will rotate out 90 degrees into this position, providing privacy from the main living space into the back end here. So that's going to be the setup for the new toilet room. I will also be using this area in here for a shower. So I'll have a shower head on a hose so that you can shower in this area with a shower pan, and the shower pan can be stored away into the shelves over here, or you can put the shower pan outside on the ground here and shower outside with the same shower head, say at the beach or something like that, or if you just want to clean off your shoes. So I think that'll be a nice feature to have the shower head hanging here, that you can open up the back doors and be able to use the shower head outside. Also nice is that you can open both sets of these doors, have full access to the outside and all the nice ventilation and breeze. Another thing I'm really looking forward to is having full access to my back doors. I can open these up, lay in bed with my head against the headboard, and look out at this vista, at the view here. This is a 38-inch door span here, and so it'll be really nice to open up both of these doors, have a nice, incredible breeze blowing in through here all the way through. It's going to be way better for air circulation and much, much cooler. So excited about that. Over here I'll have a small closet. In this area I will have a countertop that will go the full length from the closet all the way down over here to the power box. So this countertop is going to be absolutely huge. I don't know, 13, 14 foot long, something like that. And then there will be a sink here, a butcher block section in the middle of the sink, and the range stove with the light over the top. One of the things that I didn't do in my early plan was to put upper countertops. So upper countertops here with strip LED lighting across it. Here, this area with the X's represents various plugs, 12 volt, 110 volt, and I'm really excited about that. And eventually I'll be adding a wood stove in this location here. I'll just cut a section open in the countertop and add in a wood stove into this area. This plan 2.0 will implement all of the things that I could think of that were lacking in the 1.0, and lots of new things that all of you have encouraged me to do. It's based on a bunch of different floor plans. The kitchen countertop layout was based on Bob's step van that I saw at RTR in the tour. I'll link that above. Gabriel's step van with the Murphy bed and the rear storage area for the closet and the door mechanism that's set up there. adding in the toilet room, a shower area, and the flexible cubes. Thank you to my sister for that design idea. And the rotating captain's chair for passengers. Thank you to Giuseppe for that. So lots of great things. I should also mention this blue cube here. I'm hoping to get an upright fridge and switch out. Planning on selling the Dometic fridge just because it's a top loading and doesn't really fit well into this layout. I may end up trying to use sliders, but right now I'm planning on selling the Dometic fridge. If you know anybody looking for a 95-liter Dometic fridge, I'll put a link down below so you can see all the specs on that in Amazon. You can use contact information in the description below if you want to contact me about that. You know somebody maybe that will want that. Really super excited about the Build 2.0. I think it has lots and lots of features that are going to come in very, very handy and be extremely functional. I think this is absolutely fabulous. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Savor the moment. See you next episode.